Oh, there we go. Legacy Killer. Well, hey there. Oh my goodness, it's been a while. How you doing? That's Legacy Killer did some of the best YouTube videos about Red Dead stuff when we were started. We were all watching your. We were all watching your page, your YouTube channel, all the time. So some of us a little more than we should have, hitting buttons on accident. Oh well, we laugh now. Hey guys, how you doing? Yeah, I'm wearing the same. I'm wearing my Austin shirt again. I'm wearing the same thing. It's the weekend. I'm comfortable. I love this shirt. This is one of the most comfortable T-shirts I have. This Austin guitar shirt. So I'm just gonna. Yeah, Junder73. This is go look at my Instagram. This isn't a mistake. This is advertised. This is a back-to-back two full day holiday event. As promised, I've started on time. Um, yes, it is. You can call me Steve, but I played Bill Williamson. You got that right. And uh, how's everyone doing today? This morning? Uh, Long as hell streams. Well, you know what? I try to break them up. I might break them up a lot quicker today because I was going off on tangents. We had some surprise guests. Who knows what's going to happen today? I don't want to promise anything. Today's going to be what today's going to be. But that's what made yesterday fun. But we're here. We're starting on time. And I think my light is good in here. And uh, yeah, we got stuff to sign. But we're going to, before we get started on going to the signatures, the store, by the way, the store is still open. The store is going to be open through the rest of today into tonight as long as I'm doing this. Oh, there we go. I got a poor connection thing. We didn't have any problems with internet connection until the last video when we were like 8 p.m. onwards. We had hiccups. Now they were doing work. Hello. We were getting there's some work outside, and I think that might have. That's why I'm doing it in the back room here. That this room is kind of soundproof because usually I do stuff like this out in the other room, but it's too close to the noise going on. That shouldn't affect. I don't know why the internet connection's going out because of the work they're doing. It's spotty, but I think you guys let me know if it's too much of a problem. I may have to pause it, count this as video one, and then maybe reboot everything to get a clearer feed. But if you're happy with the way things are going, we continue. So let me just start off because I was going to chat a bit before getting to signing, but there are some VIPs we could not find yesterday. We don't know where they are. I want to get them. I want them to watch me sign it live. So we're going to try this again. And we're looking for Angie and Lucy. And if they're available. And I want to stress this enough. The store's still open. We've got prints, certain limited prints that are still available. That's right. Tortured comedian knows it. We've been looking for Angie and Lucy all yesterday. You lovely ladies with the VIP, I'd love to sign with you on here in the feed. So if you have some VIP and you weren't with us yesterday and you watched the videos and you still didn't, if you watch those videos and you didn't see your stuff signed, it's because I'm waiting for you to be on the live. So I know you're in the comment section. You can watch me sign these live. I'm waiting for you. I mean, at some point I'm going to have to sign them, but you can't. I got a lot of fans with me. They're like, well, he tried. Dutch over Micah? What, are you kidding me? Also, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to say this again. If you, like I said, the store's still open. It's going to be, you can get something right now. If you feel encouraged to get something, all I ask is when you fill out the form, it's going to ask you for your social handle, what your Instagram thinks. Please put that in, because obviously sometimes you have a social handle that has no part of your actual name. It could be a Red Dead, a Star Wars, a Lord of the Rings, a John Wick reference. It could be something from pop culture with a bunch of numbers and have nothing to do with your actual first, middle, or last name. And I have no idea who you are. So if you put your social handle in during purchase, I can look here. It's so much easier to find you in that way, because I just don't want to miss anyone. And if you purchase something and it hasn't been signed yet, you can go back into the order form and put it in now. It just makes it easier for everyone. I just don't want to miss out. But let's try this. I'll go out here. Hayden, did you order something? No last name, no social handle. Hayden got one of these prints. Hayden, you got this. And you want me to write on here, don't try anything stupid and we won't do anything unkind. Hayden, if you ordered this and you have yet to see it signed, let me know in the comments section. We're looking for you. We got some AWOL purchasers. Some fans are trying to get a hold of. We'll find them. Hey, Nicole J's with us. Hey. Here's one. Charlie Bird. Charlie, are you with us? Let's see if Charlie Bird's. Charlie. And if you're with us, go back to the thing and put your social handle in here. Charlie, hey. Taylor Collison. It is a threat and a promise. More of a promise than a threat. But I'm trying to find them in the sake of good exchange and commerce, to be fair. So yeah, Charlie Bird. Is that your real name? Charlie, if you are with us, let it be known, and also go back in the order thing and put your social handle in so I can see on here. Yeah. Charlie, going once. Charlie Bird. Charlie also got the Have Another Drink print. Charlie, did you order this? If so, where are you? Because I'll sign it here while you're here. I want to sign it while you're here. No? Nothing? Harry, Harri, Harry with an I. Harry, you got one of the OGs that I've been signing. Harry with an I got this, and we can do this with matte. There's two styles. There's the matte and there's the extra colorful glossy, because you can see, look at my ring light reflection. They're different. I can sign either style. It's the same print, just different color variations of it. Harry, if you are in the comment section, let it be known. I'll sign it for you. Thank you, Tortured Comedian. I appreciate that. Someone's eventually, at some point, they know it's the last day, and someone's going to jump and say, hey, I didn't see my thing signed yet. And I know what Tortured Comedian's going to say is we've been looking for you for 2 days, because we have. Hi, Hannah. I'm doing very well. I had a really good time yesterday. I got a really good night's sleep. I needed it. The weather's been weird here, and it's causing I have a low-lying sinus cavity, and I feel it in my teeth. And I have very healthy teeth, thank goodness. But when I feel pressure, I know it's sinuses. So that got right in my eye sockets last night. And that's what hurt, but it made me real sleepy. So I get good night's sleep, but then I have to drink coffee or hot liquids because I feel it's like a nasal drain. And it's not like I got a runny nose. It's just the pressure from the winds coming out of the desert. And it's not hot. It's cold air, but it's dry, and it puts your head in a vice, and it feels like someone's doing this and then going in your eye sockets. Other than that, I feel great. You're very welcome to Nicole. For the people that I did get to sign on, I hope you had a good time chatting with me. I'm leaving, Steve. Can you please say hi? My name is Abigail. Oh, hey, Abigail. Um, well, listen, we're doing this all day. I will take breaks. Here's the thing: the Jaguars are playing today, and Trevor Lawrence got that ankle injury last week. And I was freaking out, and he's expected to play today. And I hope that's the right decision. I mean, I certainly don't want him out for the season, but I wouldn't mind him sitting out an extra week. It means extra healing. But we should have won that game last week. Things happen. We're still having a great season. I just want him to be okay. Please, Trevor. Please, my Jaguars be okay. So there'll be times where I'll be taking breaks, and I won't take long. I know the breaks I took yesterday were long for a reason. I had some errands to run. You guys were very patient, and we went way past 6. We went till almost 10 at night last night. So I'd like to think that anything I promised I made up for at the end, as far as time with you. But I will be taking just quick pause breaks, just to separate the videos and do like video 1, 2, and so forth. But I got to check on the Jags, just even if briefly, because I'll go nuts if I don't. And don't spoil anything. If football fans, don't spoil anything in the comment section. Let me go and check. If you want to post scores of other teams, I'll let you do that. Just not the Jaguar game. That's my one request. That's my one thing I want. Anyway, so what's going on? How's everyone doing today? We've got some awesome. Hey, Kay. Kay's out there. Hey, Kay. Aw. I would think the Jags, as long as injuries don't plague them, they can win their division. It would have been more of a lock if they had won last week, but I think that, and it wasn't the injury because the backup quarterback was playing well, but they had some ridiculous penalties. They had like amateurish penalties that really irritated me. But I think the team got flustered because of that injury, which was a sheer accident. One of his own teammates stepped on his ankle. So you're doing diamond art? I love diamond art. I've got to build diamond art in the other room. That's pretty cool. My aunt made it. My dad's younger sister did a diamond art of me as Bill. So I thought that was awesome. That's my Aunt Connie. Aunt Connie, if you're and I got the Christmas nuts with the candied pecans, the cashews, the pistachios from upstate New York. I got to send her a thank you. But if you're watching, Aunt Connie, I got it, and I've already eaten all the cashews. So that's how I roll with that. And usually pistachio is my favorite nut because there's a shell there. It kind of kills time. So I just ate the cashews right off the bat. I had a question I meant to ask. Sorry. That was an internet pause. But it says, I had a question I meant to ask before you went live. Is it okay if I DM you? Yeah, go ahead. Do it now. Ask the question. Hey, Kay the Outlaw. You know what, Kay? Give me 1 second. I am going to bring you on because you definitely deserve it. But let Tortured Comedian, I'm going to let her ask this question first. And then Kay, hang tight. Kay the Outlaw, I'm going to bring you on. But we're awaiting your question. Is it like a private question, or can you type the question and then bring it up in the? Well, you do it. You just type it and I'll go. What is this? It? Yeah. Yeah, Kay, give me 1 second. I see you. We're gonna get you on here. I want to give Erica, aka Tortured Comedian, a chance to ask this question, and then we'll have a chat because there's so much to talk about, like how I wasn't in Liverpool. Thank you, Baj Jam. Thank you. I appreciate that. I think everyone who was in the original game, when it came to Red Dead 2, we all had a chance to expand on those characters, and it was a blessing that we got that opportunity. I know, Hannah, you have had so many surgeries, and you've been keeping me updated on DM and oh, okay, a secret question. Okay, well, I hope it's not too personal, but all right, Kay, hold on, I'm going to bring you on. Like that, you had just mentioned that you were going to send it, so I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Let's go. Here we go. Hey, my
Hey,
favorite Kay. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm doing so well. I'm getting a little jealous that so many of the cast have got to meet you in person several times, and
It's so
we still
funny.
haven't figured that out.
I feel like I've met so many of them, but I've not met you, and it's sad.
I know.
Sad.
That's going to get. I'd like to think that that will eventually get remedied, but it's just there's a lot of different reasons behind that, I'm sure. Just usually because when it comes to the overseas conventions, that is done through one booking agency,
Yeah.
and some of us are with a different booking agency that has different locales and stuff. So I think it has to do with I think it has to do with that. But uh, we have the agency that does like the overseas stuff, celebrity talent booking.
Mm.
Um, I've uh, I've worked with them in more kind of like streaming things like this. They were part of the Streamily that went down in Tombstone. And we'd have to we'd have to see. I really would have loved to gone to Liverpool. That is a
Oh, that would be so awesome.
I'm glad for the people who went because they did bring me back some cool swag. So, but I'm not going to lie. And Nick was just there a few weeks ago with, I think with his wife. So is the feeling of the FOMO. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
but I can't complain because I've gotten certainly other convention opportunities that other people haven't gotten because I did like Jim Peary and I got to go to Switzerland in 2019 right before COVID hit
Oh,
uh,
damn.
at the Zurich Game Show, and it was at that game show that we got to see the that was the like the world premiere, the teaser stuff of Cyberpunk 2077 that we got to see before anyone else. So there's cool things that have happened. Everyone's got certain opportunities post the release of the game when it comes to either conventions or appearances, and it's really a crapshoot. So as much as I mean, I've said it's like I'm probably I know I'm the biggest Beatle fan amongst the Red Dead cast, and that doesn't mean that the
You
others
are.
and that doesn't mean that the others aren't fans. I want to make that clear because I think definitely the people win are bigger fans than they ever have, but that's one of the places that that calls to me. That's like a mecca. Um, and I would say this: if I didn't get a chance to go to Liverpool, I would also accept a convention in Hamburg because I would take the Beatles tour in Hamburg. I would also I would also be happy with that. I'd love to do both. So if there are conventions in either Liverpool or Hamburg, Germany, that you'd like to see me at, send me an email because I'm a huge Beatle fan.
I'll send all of them. I'll
We
send all
got
the emails.
hey, listen, send an email to Liverpool and tell them say get a celebrity talent booking to bring Steve Palmer along. Um, I would love it. I would love it, but not just me. I mean, maybe there's other
There's a
people.
lot of you.
I am sure that Samantha and Mia and Kylie would like to go to Liverpool too. So I don't want to say just me, but I'm just saying, as far as a Beatle fan, I'd really like to go. But it it is what it is. I'll go eventually. And but we're coming to a new year, and we'll see what we're going to see what happens as far as appearances and stuff like that. You never know. Red Dead doesn't seem to die, when you think things
It's
are
not gonna die down. I don't
yeah,
think it
and
will.
that's with either game, because the whole thing with Nintendo Switch and the original game being brought, and you can say what you want. Looking at the trailer to GTA 6, that is going to be the pinnacle of how you measure Rockstar. But
Oh
even
yeah.
that being said, you can still look back at this 13-year-old game, which is Red Dead Redemption, and play it now on the new platforms, and uh, the
And still be
graphics.
in awe.
It still looks great. The graphics are dated, but it's kind of like an animation stylized way. They still work,
Mm.
and and with the high resolution, it's still better than, I'd say, 85 to 90% of the stuff that's already out there. It still works so well, and that's just a testament to what Rockstar can do. So um, yeah, but my point is there's always new life being uh, breathed into the IP that is Red Dead Redemption.
Mm.
And there's people that if they still haven't played a Rockstar game, they're going to get hooked with GTA 6 when that comes out, and then they're just going to go backwards into the back catalog, and then we benefit again. So it's all good, and we have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, I'd love to come more to the area, either Ireland or the UK, in that vicinity, be it Wales, be it England, Scotland, what have you, and just be able to meet you in person, give you a huge hug.
You
Um,
know,
you,
right?
I've heard, Kay, I heard that you were the ultimate guide in Liverpool, and every time like Ben or Peter or Rob, Roger, or Alex come out, you have been um, a wonderful guide. They consider you part of the team. You are beloved.
Aw.
You are one of our best fans. That is, I don't think any other cast would disagree. You are cherished. We love you, and we
Don't
we
make me cry.
we dub you head of our fan club. You really are. I think if anyone deserves that title, it's you. I'm going to go on a limb and I'm going to dub you now. Um,
Oh shit. Well, thank you so
yeah,
much. That's so sweet.
yeah, no, you are so highly regarded amongst the group. We cherish you. We really do. And I'm not saying anything else to other fans out there. You all
Oh,
are
this
great.
fan base is
Yeah.
ridiculously amazing. Like I've never met one person or interacted with anyone and I've just thought, oh no, no, I don't like you. But everyone I've met has been absolutely incredible. Nobody's been a dick, so that's great.
Well, that's good. I'm glad that would I think that would break our hearts, whether we meant it was a complete accident or you caught us on the bad day. But that's no one would want to make you uncomfortable or no, everything is like you bring us all to 100%. We think the absolute world of you. I just want to see you more in person, because you're getting like, you get to be the tour guide these very cool places, and I'm like, oh man.
Hardly.
Uh, but I mean, it would be, it, who knows? It would either we get to where you are or you come to where we are. But we just have to wait and see what the year brings. You know.
I've already been asked by Roger not to go to Deadwood, but not for any bad reason. He's just like, I don't want you traveling that far. I don't want you stressing yourself out or spending that amount of money to get out there. And I'm kind of like, but I really want to. Like, I kind of like,
Well, no, I I can see what he's saying, because I know that a trip like that can be expensive. It really can be. It's just, and traveling, depending on the time of year, can get tricky for even if you're not traveling overseas or you're just traveling within the states. It can be tricky. What we're trying to do with uh, I guess an event like and it's not just said by me, but it's been said by the organizer, the events where it can be, the idea is for it to be taken to different cities that are themed and do something themed
mm,
in the game, and we'll just, we had one great event back in July, and they are currently planning another one in Deadwood. They're at Black Hills Redemption for that third weekend of June. And the gist is to try to get as many people as possible. It's I can't say who's going to go. I think the intent is trying to get people back. But again, like I was saying yesterday in the Streamily live, just saying that now that the strike's over, there's a possibility that maybe we can't get a certain amount of people because all of a sudden their work availability comes in and projects that were shelved or put on hold because of the strike are going to go full-fledged, and we might be having people work, which is a great thing. It's a great problem to have, but we just have to wait and see how things go. But yeah, the idea is just in general to try to get the idea is try to get as many cast members to go. So we'll just see. We'll see what happens.
For sure.
We'll see what happens. But we definitely want to go to places to make it easier on the fans. You know, because everyone's like, "Hey, it's so much money to go where you are. You come where we are," and that's the idea. I will happily travel anywhere. But I always say that
for sure.
This goes for any cast member. We can only go where we are invited. We can only go where we're invited. And people are like, well, when are you coming? When are you coming to so-and-so city? I go, well, that's not up to me. I said, but here's the thing.
It's not.
What you can do. Roger said this. Everyone said this. But what? And I'll repeat it again. If you're watching, saying, oh, you know what? Here's one, because I used to live in Ohio. I worked for a professional theater company a few years. They had a branch in Columbus. They had a branch in Cincinnati. And for years, they're like, oh my God, I know that theater you used to perform at 20 years ago. And because I used to sing with the band and stuff. I actually sang with a band. Can you believe it? But they were like, when are you coming? When you come to convention in Ohio? And I'm like, I can't just show up. You have to whatever local convention's going on, go to they all have a webpage. They have a contact list for email or what have you for the event organizers, and send them an email and get a bunch of fans that are like-minded that are living in that area to do an email blast at once to bring attention. It's like, you have a contingency of fans that want this person to come for whatever, whether it's me from the cast, or it's Kylie, or it's Mia, or it's Curzon, or whatever, or from another IP, or what have you. It's like they want to know where the fan drive is. Who's going to show up for this? So the idea it's I just recommend do that.
For sure.
Whether you're in the UK, you're here in the States, in Albuquerque, New Mexico, wherever you are, do that, because it works. It works.
Organizers are normally quite chill as well, so
yeah. And I was telling this to fans yesterday. I was not originally attached to the Tombstone project, and people went nuts, and they sent tons of emails and messages to Kenny Palco. And that worked. And I said, that's how that works for anyone. Is just send. So if you're in the UK and you want me to come out, start sending emails. If you do it enough where people organize and do it in large numbers, by God, it can work.
I'm coming. I'm just being called for dinner.
You're being called. Oh, that's right, because you're what, 8 hours ahead?
Yeah, it's 6:30 where we are.
Who was that? Was that your mom?
That was my mom.
What did she make?
She's making steak.
Meat is always a winner.
A proper steak dinner. I'm very excited.
Good. Well, look, I don't want to. Go listen to your mom. I don't want your mom mad at me. It's like, who's that bearded guy? But go have a lovely dinner. Tell your mom I said hi. She's like, I don't know who that is. It's like, oh, it's okay. You don't know someone until you introduce, and then you do. But I hope it's so good seeing your face and hearing your voice. I hope your mom, I hope your entire family has a wonderful holiday season.
Thank you so much. Same to you.
All right. Much
Take care.
Well, have a good one.
Bye.
That's Kay. That's Kay Simpson, everyone. Round of applause. She's awesome. She's awesome. Oh, thank you. No, I listen. I appreciate that, Erica. Kay's awesome. Yeah, I'm very honored. I'm glad we all could go, and I know that there's certain people that didn't get to go, that something came up, but they perhaps like to go to the Black Hills Redemption in Deadwood in June. So we have to see. I just what I can tell you is that for those of us who did go, we had a great time. It was crazy. It was busier than we thought. We certainly felt like we needed more time with the fans and time to breathe. But I'll tell you what, the fan turnout was was amazing, and it reminded us how very fortunate we are. So yeah, that was great. Hey, shot. No, I remember you. No, your dad dressed as Pearson, right? I is that right? Because I think that's yeah. No, I remember you clearly because we made videos of you and your dad and myself. Correct? That was you. You dressed as Dutch and your dad dressed as Pearson. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember. I remember you very well. Um, so hey, from San Antonio, can you please read my name? Uh, Egabar is Fakioglu from yesterday. I think you were on here yesterday. I want I want Sabeli to go to Deadwood next year. I don't know how a 3-year-old will like it. Oh, Taylor, do you have a 3-year-old? Um, well, listen, just because the first thing that was checked when organizing and picking Deadwood is its location, more in the northern part of the country, the elevation. Um, from what we understand, as far as yearly temperatures, in June in Deadwood will nowhere come close to the heat we had in July in Tombstone. We've been guaranteed that, unless the sun decides to crash into the planet. That the heat, it was a worry early on, but it's just you have to factor in global warming. It was just brutally hot. It really was. We got through it, but yeah, that was tough, man. That was a tough. We still had a great time. Don't get me wrong, but it would have been. I think that the heat deterred a lot of fans away, and even though we had record numbers, I think we would even had more if it wasn't so hot. But that's just that comes with the territory and the area in which we did it. It still was a monster success, but I think it made a lot of people uncomfortable. It was tough. I totally get that, and I just hope everyone was hung tight with us and was okay. Um, oh, you're very welcome, Kay. Absolutely. Go eat dinner. Get off the phone. Go eat dinner. Uh, so, yeah. What? All right. Thank you, Tommy. I appreciate that. I'm just reading. Yeah. Oh, I love you guys too. No, I'm glad you're having fun. Just I'm just checking some of these comments because it's there's like doing that lag from yesterday where I feel like I'm caught up and then I'm like, oh, I'm like 2 minutes behind. Oh, you fed your dog. That's important. No, no, we just yeah. Well, listen, if you can get out to Deadwood, we'd love to have you. Um, we'll see. Let me just check. Charlie Bird. Charlie, are you with us? Is it? We got some print orders that I want to try to knock out because we got people missing in action. Now, eventually they're going to get signed, and I did my best, but um, we're looking for Angie, Lucy, Hayden, Harry with an I, Harri, and Charlie Bird. But none of these individuals put their social handle when they ordered, and that makes it hard for me. So if you're watching, go back to the order thing and add your social handle, and so I can find you easier. I mean, I know people who've been with me since yesterday, like, God, he sounds like a broken record. It's like, yeah, but I'm trying to honor the deal with Streamily is where I have to take care of these orders. So, uh, and by the way, I'm Hayden, sir. Go. What are we talking? Higf 3468. Do me a favor. Go back to your order right now and put that social handle so I know it's you 100%. You're not pulling my leg, please. Uh, I'm not trying to sound strict. Just help me out so the format because this is it's please go do that right now and then Hayden will take care of you. But I just need everyone to do that because that's a feature. It just makes things easier so I can find. But go hey Hayden, go ahead into the order. You placed your order back on December 1st. And Hayden, you ordered one of these, correct? If so, go back to the order right now and where it says social handle, add HIGF 346876 so that I know. And once you do that, we'll get you going. Oh wait, now there's Charlie Bird. Charlie Bird 23. Okay, Charlie, I'm making Hayden do it. I'm going to make you do the same thing. I say this with love. I'm not like I'm a math teacher in elementary school. Charlie, will you do me a favor? Go back to your order thing in Streamily, your order, and where it says social handle, put that social handle in so I can find you. I'm going to make you guys do this because I'm going to be fair because when Angie and Lucy do show up, I'm going to give them shit. I'm going to give them so much shit. So go please, both Hayden and Charlie, go do that right now, and then we'll take care of both of you. I promise. But help me out here. I'm gonna wait, but we'll get you. The great thing about the two of you is you're both getting these. And I'll tell you what, this has been by far, and the resolution on this is really nice. This weekend. This has been the most popular print. Bill with the Amberino in the background, just drinking a beer. That's it's kind of epic. This has been the hot commodity. Everyone loves that print. It's been the number one seller. I was actually thinking this one was going to be, and the reason why, I know it's like a white background, it's kind of stark. It's just like, wow, but that's all Sharpie. You don't have to worry about ink pen smears. Like that's simple. We still have a bunch of these available. We got a bunch. Just go on if you guys are looking to buy prints, go on there. We got the Western style playing cards, which were a smash hit in Tombstone. I only have a few left. Those are only 15. That's something I add if you're on a budget and you want something signed. Get a playing card. You can get two for the price of a regular 8x10 print. We got a few of these. If you guys know that both Peter Bloomquist and myself did an episode of Disney's Big City Greens, and you might remember this guy. That's me. I've got a few of these for sale. If you're looking for something different. We've got these. These are a classic print. I've got this in the matted style and the glossy red. It's basically the same print. Look at the ring light. One's more matted and dulled, and this one's more poppy and shiny with the red. I can get either one of those for you. Yeah. We've got we've got this design. This is Bill from the original Red Dead Redemption. So if you guys are looking for maybe more of an OG print, who's been a fan since 2010, we've got a bunch of these for sale. And this looks great in white or just straight black, matching with the mountain silhouette here. So we got those. We've got these. These are left over from the Tombstone event. These are the group signings. Now I'm the only one signing it. These are the prints by the Stagecoach and in Armadillo. These are kind of cool, and we got some of these left over, so I can sign this, and then if you have a chance to go to the conventions where other cast members are, you can take it with you and get it filled out one by one. What else? Oh, these are classic. Everyone likes these. These are, I've had these doing conventions. This is the Bill. This is like the wanted poster sepia tone. This is always, in general, this has always been my most popular. But again, this weekend, that Bill drinking the beer is what he likes, is what everyone likes. All right, Hayden. No one. You guys haven't done it yet. Wait, hold on. Let me go up here. All right. Hold on, Hayden. Well, all right. Well, I'll. Don't worry about it. I'll get you now. Hold on. Let me just go back. When am I going to Argentina? Hold on one second. It's all right. All right, Hayden. Hayden, are you with me? Sorry about that. Okay. Angie, wait a minute. We gotta do Angie first. Where's Angie? Erica, tortured comedian. Which Angie? Angie, do me a favor. If Angie is with us, Angie, are you able to go to your order? You did a VIP order. We've been looking for you. Hayden, I'll go ahead. I'll get you. But Angie's a VIP we got to take care of. That's just part of the Streamily contract rules. So, Angie, if you ordered one of these because the playing cards VIP, go into your order right now and please add your social media handle for Instagram, just so I can see you. It just makes it easier because without it, just trying to. Some people have their name and their handle, and that's easier, like Charlie did. But if you can, please go do that. Right? Please go do that. Okay. So I'll tell you what, Hayden. We'll take care of you. But if you did. Hold on. It's not come. Let me refresh. Hold on. Let me refresh for everyone. There you are. Okay, Angie, it just popped up now. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for. I didn't want to. Hold on. Let me just check a few other things. All right. Angie, we're taking care of you. It's got to be done. I'm so glad. Angie, we've only got a few playing cards left, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to let you pick which one you want me to sign. Remaining, I used to have 3 decks of these, and when we did Tombstone in July, people loved and we only have a few left. So I got the 9 of diamonds, the 10 of diamonds, the Jack of spades, the King of spades, and the 8 of diamonds. I'll sign any one that's what you get to pick to choose from. So you pick which one you want. Yeah, pick a card, pick any card, and I'll sign it. I'll sign it right here. You pick. We're waiting. Diamond, 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 and 2 spade face cards. What are you thinking, Angie? What do you guys think she's going to pick? King of spades? It's yours. Woo, we did it. All right. I was like, where are we going to find this? Where are we going to find Angie? All right. How did you want this? You just want me to sign it? Well, I'll just hold on. I'm just glad we found you. I'll give you a little quote. When does the Streamily end? It ends at the end of today. The store's open all day. We got stuff. We got stuff on there. Oh, by the way, these playing cards. These are only 15. We put that together just so if you're looking to kind of save some money, you get something signed for a more affordable price. So some people get both, and they frame it and they put this off to the side. I've added there, work smart. Angie, I want you to give me an emoji of 2 thumbs going up in a Christmas tree if you approve of this. But I want you to like it. So do that. 2 thumbs up in a Christmas tree. See, I like to see people follow directions. Do you like, Angie? Do you approve? Does this make you happy? There we go, Angie. Woo! Thank you, Erica, for helping me locate Angie. That was, man, all day yesterday. It was like, we gotta find Angie. All right. Hot darn, look at that. Missing person found. Um okay, let's find Lucy now. Now Lucy's gonna get all the shit. See, that's the great thing about you signing on and finding it, because now Lucy is the missing VIP that we can't find. But oh, Lucy, where are you? Where are you? Hayden, you're still there. Okay, Hayden, we're gonna take care of you. We'll go ahead and we'll take care of you. What about Charlie? Charlie, okay, you put it. Hayden came on first. Charlie, hang on. I'm gonna get Hayden and then I'm gonna get Charlie. But you're both the same print. So we'll go ahead, we'll do that right now. All right. Let's see the order number here. All right. Oh God, that's a brand new one. Gonna get hot. Okay, no, don't do that. Don't do that in front of the fans. Sorry. All right, Hayden. You tell me no, Hayden. Let me know if you like what you see. Hayden, if you like what I did, send me an emoji, 2 thumbs up and a Christmas tree. I just need to know. Hey, Dodson, how you doing? What do you think? Do you like it? God, this Sharpie is like so pungent. Whoa. Yes, sir. All righty. This is what you get. We got you. All right. Let that dry. I'm going to make this done. And then Charlie, bring get you. Where are you, Charlie? Here you are. All right, same thing. Charlie, you still with me? Where's Charlie? Thank you. Okay. Charlie, wait, I just want Charlie, send a wave or thumbs up. Are you still with me? I'll make sure. Hey, Andy. Charlie Bird 23. Charlie, you still with me? Or did he leave? I don't see him. I'm going to do you next, but I want you on here. All right, where's Charlie? We'll wait for Charlie. I don't want to miss him. There you are. Okay, I'm going to start. Just want to make sure. Don't want to miss you. Do you want me to assign it to Charlie or first and last name Charlie Bird? Tell me what you want. And I'll throw in a. You want me to assign it just Charlie or Charlie Bird? First name only or first and last name? Happy Sunday. All right, but first and last name. You're very welcome, Hayden. I'm glad you got. You seems you're getting a big collection of signatures from everybody, so that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Charlie. Hayden, I'm glad you like what you got. Charlie, I hope you like what you get. I'm going to check with you. Make sure you do. Here's what I'll do. I'll give you a quote too. I'll think of something. Oh, here's one I never use. It's kind of sad. Think about it. This is in chapter 3. My luck's coming in, Arthur. That's when things seemed for going right for Bill until they all went to shit. What do you think, Charlie? Do you approve? Do you like? Are you happy? What do you think? If you like this, Charlie, give me 2 thumbs up. Hey, Jaden, how you doing? I just want to see if Charlie approves. I9BTB, salute right back at you. What do you think, Charlie? Does Charlie like? Charlie said, just wanted to say to Steve that I love the character and I love your work you put into playing it and understanding him. Big thank you. You're very welcome. Amazing. Thank you. Bill is my favorite, and I love the work you put into playing and understanding him. Big fan. Thank you so much. That's what you wrote here, but I'll take the compliment twice. All right, Charlie. Let that dry. I think it's dry, but we'll let it dry a little more, just to be sure. Gonna mark that one done. Okay. Let's see. We're gonna do this again. We're gonna see Lucy. Lucy, are you there? We're waiting on Lucy and Harry. That is who we're waiting on. We're waiting on Lucy and Harry. So Charlie, but you like wait. So Charlie, you do like this, right? I'm just reading your comment now. You're cool with this? Just double checking. Good. You like that quote? That's Hayden. Sorry. Whoops. Well, that's weird. Yeah. You're what the? That's not good. This one, Charlie. Charlie, are you happy? Charlie, did you like what I wrote for Hayden? Charlie, but you're cool with this, right? I'm assuming. Yes. Right? Did you like? Let me know if you liked it. Just double check. I saw a comment and I wasn't sure. He loves it. Okay. Just making sure. Lucy, Harry with an I. Where the hell are you guys? Where are you going? What's going on? You love see Hayden, Charlie likes yours too. They look like the same pick because they are. But again, you guys, that's my most popular pick. And speaking of that pick, Lucy, our VIP, we've been looking for. You also got the have another drink pick. This has been my most popular of the Streamily weekend. He's got a halo. Lucy, VIP. Lucy, if you ordered this VIP and you didn't, because you didn't put in your social handle, I can forgive you, but make it be known. We're waiting for you. Harry with an I, Harri. You got one of the classic red prints, which I was holding up. So Harry with an I ordered one of these, and I'd love to sign it. We could either do the matted or the glossy, but I need to know if you're here. So either if Lucy or Harry with an I, Harri, if you're in the chat, let it be known. We'll take care of you. I'm doing good. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I'm having a great time. I enjoy hanging out with the fans, talking, and doing well. What else? Christmas shopping's done. I'm waiting to hear back from my wonderful director in Ireland, Paddy Murphy, who co-directed with Mikey Casey, Lulu and the Electric Dreamboat, which last a week ago today was our screening in Highland Park at the Los Angeles Punk Film Festival, where we won Best International Film. That's right, Lulu, in its debut festival, in its world premiere here in Los Angeles, it won Best International Film at the LA Punk Film Fest. It was there's a documentary about the Boston punk band The Dogmatics that we watched. We watched that Saturday night. It was great. Josh Brolin had a documentary, The End Men, which premiered Friday night, which is getting rave reviews. So Hey, Mr. Palm, I hope you're doing great. I would really love to hear your explanation on why Dutch became what he was in the final few chapters of Red Dead Redemption 2, following into Red Dead Redemption 1. Uh, I, I think you have to also look at Arthur's explanation is that Dutch was always that person, but as opposed to him maybe morphing into the Red Dead 1 antagonist he became, is he was always that person, and he had layered himself over the years with an easier to swallow facade that even he fooled himself with, but it just took circumstance to chip that away. To you know that it's very interesting. It's you can debate, like, was Dutch always that person? Was it half and half? Did certain events did maybe he was a better person, and then when the O'Driscoll brothers, or when Colm O'Driscoll killed his beloved Annabelle, is that where he snapped and never what? It, looking at the overall the history as far as what's canon or talked about in Red Dead story narrative lore, that'd be one of those things. Like, I think people would love to get a third game just to go deeper. It's like, well, what will we ever see closer? What really happened in Blackwater? Did Dutch, what made Dutch was how much of Micah was a part of that? It's I'm sure that Rockstar has a plan. If there is a plan for another game involving the Vanderlyn gang, I don't know. I know as much as you, so I'm just talking as a fan myself, as a gamer. I don't know, but maybe some of that we can delve into. But I think it's a combination. I think Dutch was always that person, and the tough circumstances that hit the game and that hit the gang uh, previous to the events of the Blackwater Massacre, and then everything from Coulter to Beaver's Hollow. I think it was just. I think that he was. It's like one of those old, you know, people restoring old metal pistols or something, where you watch those videos where you think it's just all rusted out and the metal is still intact under there. You have to remove the rust or the corrosion, and you dip it in that acid for that stays like for 72 hours, and then it turns black and all the shit of the surface. You pull it out and it looks like a brand new thing. And I think that's what it is. I think, as opposed to him morphing, is that the stuff that was padded on, that he did it either superficially, and then he just got you where people believed that they believed the coating on top of what was really there. I think it just chipped away, and the original base of character was left remaining. That's kind of what Arthur more or less. I think I mulled it in that analogy, but I think that's kind of how Arthur saw it, and I think I see that too. Maybe that's the real Dutch. Anyway, that's my explanation. I hope. Hey, Barry, Being Baz just joined us. That is Barry Fahey. He is our director of photography, executive producer, and played the pharmacy store clerk in Lulu and the Electric Dreamboat. An amazing editor, a man with extreme patience, someone that I hold very dear. Barry, Baz, hello. Congrats on the international best international film win last weekend. You were certainly in our thoughts. I'm doing well. I'm doing very well. I know we've got the film out in consideration for some other festivals. We're just going to have to wait and see what happens with it. Your editing work, all the work you did on Lulu, thank you so much, my dear friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. That was quite an interesting night last week, but we've got a film. We've got a film that has a lot of heart. The people that were there that saw the film, and uh, we had one little technical glitch in the screen. I'll tell this, but it worked out. It was fine, and they were all understanding because there was like a nanosecond of panic, and they were like, "No, it's okay. These things happen. I want to see. I want to see what happens." We're like, "It stopped that thing. We got to find out." And just when they were like that, it's like they care about these characters, and we did our job. And they did. It worked. It was great. It worked out great. We won Best International Film, so that's just a good omen. And I'm kind of glad that the and the glitch got fixed. I talked to Patty. It was just we took care of it, but we made something where people we told a story where people care about the characters, and that, as Red Dead fans know, that's 99% of a good story. Make people care about the characters they're listening to and watching. So I'm very proud of the whole team. It's again, congrats, Barry. Thank you. And again, I can't just thank you for your work. I know you put in a lot of work, and you're recently a new dad. Congratulations on that. I know that's taking up a lot of your time, as it should, and I bet you're loving every second of it. But again, thank you for all your work on it, and let's see what else happens. We're waiting to hear on a few festivals. We don't want to say which, but we'll if we get in, we'll announce it. We'll go. No, I don't have, because I don't want to distract from you guys, the football. I was telling you earlier about the Jaguars playing today. Trevor Lawrence is going to play. That ankle injury freaked me out because the last thing I need is another football team going in the shitter. I'm a Gators fan, as you know, and this season was abysmal. I'll take a break after a bit and just pop in and just check the scores and grab something to drink, and then and I'll let you know, because we're doing this. Today's Streamily is part 2 of yesterday. We went all day. We made 3 videos, and they were several hours long. I may make a bunch of videos and do shorter intervals, but we're not leaving anyone hanging. The store, by the way, if you're just signing on now and you're like, "Oh man, it's day 2. I guess I can't get anything." That's not true. You can go to my link tree on my Instagram bio. You click on the link tree, click on that second link. It's really thick. It says wintertime Christmas event, December 9th and 10th. Click on it. The store is open. We've got playing cards available. We got all kinds of cool Red Dead prints. We even got some prints for Big City Greens from Disney. There's my character right there. We got that for sale. Go ahead and we can still take orders. Just let me know what you want. Click the button, and I will fulfill that order. Did we find Lucy? No, we're still looking for Lucy. We got a VIP we've been looking for a day and a half now. Erica's been a great thread monitor trying to look for Lucy. Lucy, you ordered a VIP print of this. If you're on the message board, make it be known. Or go back to your order form and put in your social media handle so I can look at the thread and find you easier. That would be good. We're also looking for Harry. Harry, once again, Harry got one of these. We're looking for you, Harry. I can sign it. I want to sign it when you're on the live with me here. That's how I want to honor these signings. Whoa, keep it down. We want to do it peacefully. I appreciate the enthusiasm. Well, live meaning we're going live now. I just want the person who I'm signing to see it as it goes live and know that they're in the thread watching, is what I meant. Salary TF. Wants to develop games? My director, Patty Murphy. If he would sign on, he would be great. But you can follow him, Patty Bass, PADDYBASS. Go shoot Patty an Instagram message, because he's talked about trying to be a game developer. He has been a game developer. Shoot him. He'd be the best person to talk to. And tell him Steve sent you. And he's like, why'd you send me that fan? I'm like, oh, I'll deal with it. Yes. Yes. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you. Send him a private message and say, I'm talking to Steve Palmer during his Streamily Live. He said you were a game developer. Hey, do you have any advice? Sure. Yeah. Yeah. You're not missing much if you're just signing on. Apparently, I am completely boring, and laughing on the toilet is not entertaining. I said this yesterday. I'll repeat it. I think people are like, well, is he the devil or God when it comes to this strange man in the top hat from the original Red Dead Redemption? I would think that he's very likely the devil, or he's the Grim Reaper, or the Angel of Death. That's. I don't think he's God. I think he's the devil, and the devil also could. The devil would be that convoluted to think he's God. He's either the devil, he's the Angel of Death, or the Grim Reaper. An Angel of Death and Grim Reaper are kind of the same thing. Oh, with football. No! No, you please tell me that's not the score. I said, don't tell me the Jaguars score. Do not tell me the Jaguars scored. Don't. Don't. You can tell me any other score of any other game going on. That's fine. Don't tell me the Jaguar score. I do think Herbert Moon are you, I can't tell if you're screwing with me. Well, see, now I got to check. Yeah, guys, please don't tell me the Jaguar score. Because I want to check. See, now, anyway. Yeah, don't tell me more about the Jaguar score, please. 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 That's okay. It's okay. Just, yeah. It's okay. It's okay. Accidents happen. Just from this point onward, uh, it's just, there's things I cherish and I need, you know. Oh, wait a minute now. Hold on. Here's what I'm going to do. Since you told me, I'm going to look now. I mean, if that's the case, I'm not going to be that upset. Let me look at the scores. They're behind. Oh, they just scored 14-6. Okay. Oh, that's against Cleveland. I don't want to see. Okay. It's 14-6. Cleveland's ahead, but Jacksonville. Okay. From here on out, no one tell me a score. I'm not. It's okay. Let's just for good measure. From this point forward, I ask that no one say anything from this point forward. Fair? Good? Okay. I'm not mad. Moving on. It's all good. Again, from this point forward, no one say anything regarding the Jaguar game. They're one score behind, and then we'll see what happens, please. Okay. Moving on. So, thoughts on the GTA 6 trailer? It looked amazing. It looked fascinating. It's it's okay laughing on the toilet. It's okay. You weren't here for that. It's just from here on out. Let me be surprised on my own. Someone's like, oh, I think he's Angel of Death because when John Artis, he killed his own family 3 times. He killed his own family. Uncle Abigail himself. Huh. I don't know. Now that's interesting that he did. Well, that's, yeah, because 3 shots were fired. right in the spot where the graves are, and those are the three who died. And if I'm wondering if he had fired 4 shots, if Jack would have died. That's a theory. There's theories out there. That's kind of interesting. I don't know. I don't know. That's very possible. Um, I hope the game is as good as the trailer. Oh, I'm sure the trailer will almost not even do the game justice when the game comes out. It's like that teaser trailer to Red Dead 2. The first one was gorgeous and didn't really say anything. And people were like, "Oh, this looks amazing." And then you play the game, and you think of that teaser trailer, like that even scratched the surface. So I don't think the surface has been scratched, but it's going to be amazing, and then we'll see what happens. Why is he buried farther away? Well, no, because they just a little space because they were husband and wife, and no, that made that made sense. That means he's next to him, but there's a little space. It's like, well, let's put him the husband and wife. No, I didn't think much. He's close enough. He look. Uh, I think that he was. If you think about the graves of of the gang members, the only people that weren't buried alone were Uncle John and Abigail and Lenny and Hosea. Everyone else, they were solo graves in the middle of nowhere. But those five had each other. So yeah, I mean, we don't know what happened to where Bill could have been put in an unmarked grave. Same with Javier. It's kind of sad about that, and who knows where they put Dutch, but yeah. Um, I think just to hide the camp. I don't think that was anything. Uh, I don't think that was anything like a slight towards his O'Driscoll pass. I just think that it was just kind of like you don't want someone coming up to the grave. It's like, oh, who's buried there? And all of a sudden they can hear Jack, playing in the dirt, or hear Uncle and Bill eating at the table. It's like, I think it's just like keep everyone, because Sean was near the Clemens Point, but not too, and it's just I don't think it was anything where it's like, well, I still think of him in O'Driscoll, because at that point, the fact that they killed him like that, um, if they wouldn't have done that if they felt like he was doing a double agent, because obviously the fact that he died in a brutal way, that's I think Dutch said, well, that proves that he was one of us, and he you know uh yeah, he earned his keep. He earned his keep. Um, so Sadie 15555. Hey, how you doing? Yeah. What else we got? Oh, how's my back? From South Wales. How are things going in the U.S.? They're going well. I'm doing well. It's crazy time. It's a little crazy. A little crazy. A lot of union worker strikes. This was the year of strikes. Everyone went on strike. All the worker unions went on strike. Not just actors, but the auto union, UPS, the hotel workers. Call it the 2023 is the summer of strikes. Of course, ours went into last month, so we are officially off strike. The newest negotiations as far as SAG-AFTRA are now for video games, but because the vote went through for TV and theatrical, I would have to think, I could be wrong, that maybe the vote to motion for a strike if they need to, they can, because they got the votes for it, but it may not need to happen now. Because it's all coming down to AI. I could be wrong. We'll know we'll get to that. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. But we just have to wait and see. Why did Dutch leave John after the train job? Probably because in his head, he thought John and Abigail were betraying the gang, and it was a good opportunity to have his hands clean of any, just any doubt, Yeah, at that point, Dutch gone nuts. But I think Dutch, in the end, the parts that were good prevailed, because I think he realized that he made an error, and he was still kind of wackadoo. But the fact that he, at the end of the Red Dead 2, he lets John and Sadie keep the money. And he just walks off. And at the end of Red Dead 1, he gives that speech, which is his way of remembering Arthur. And he also saves John the pain of having to do what the agents are making him to do. He took control of his own life. And in two ways, he kind of spared John at the end of both games, as much as he put him through hell. Yeah, Dutch is a wonderfully written, very complicated character. That's what makes him so great. Opinion on turkey? Some people like ham on Thanksgiving. If you can do it without hurting yourself, deep fried turkey is awesome. Is that what you meant? Great cold cut. Where did that come from, Bill? Well, he used to be in the Army. As far as more, if there's another prequel, it's like more history of Bill Williamson and his past. It's not up to me. It's up to the writers. But I was saying this yesterday. If there comes a chance, if I'm fortunate to be asked to come back to portray Bill in a prequel that delves further into any aspect of him, I do it in a New York Minute. Absolutely. I've never been to Turkey. I've actually never been to the Middle East. I know that they had that convention in Kuwait, one of the first, with Peter, Rob, Roger, and Ben, and this was January of 2019, right after the Game Awards, when we started doing Red Dead conventions, and they said it was a wonderful experience. I've actually never been to any country in the Middle East. I don't know. Do you think Bill and Javier wanted to side with Arthur? I think. Hey, Tartan, how you doing? Good morning. I think that I think they always stood by Dutch. I think they were hurt because they wanted everyone to stick together. It wasn't a thing about trying to have anything against John and Arthur. I think Bill, as much frustrated, cared about him, but was afraid of being betrayed. And I don't think Bill at the end disliked John just to say I'm jealous. He admitted his jealousy, but I think the frustration is that um what got Bill is that he was starting to believe if Abigail and John did betray the group. Because if you're part of something where you feel a person's favoritism, and it's like, I mean, there's so much favoritism going on so and so, and you try to get, blah blah blah, and then you find that person screwed over the team you're on, and you're like, you know what, they were worshiping the ground you walked on, and you went and did that. I would have loved that attention. I would have never done what you did. Go screw yourself. I mean, that was just the impulse. That was Bill, and then the everything that happened, it drove Bill nuts. But then when Bill sees, when Bill was the head of the gang at Fort Mercer, he had guys going out. He was running that gang. He had guys look, and he probably knew that John was coming, or heard rumor of it, and that John was working with agents. And that just galvanized what Bill had thought those 12 years. It's like, I didn't know when we got to Beaver Hollow, and I started adding up, and I knew there was a rat. I wasn't sure, but there's talk about maybe you and Abigail ratted out working with the agents. And then the thing happens at Beaver Hollow. Everyone runs in different directions. And Bill wasn't there with on the mountainside with Micah and Dutch and Arthur. So he didn't see how that went down. He didn't know. It's just like the next time he sees John, it's rumor John's, working with the agents. In the Bill's mind, he thought, maybe you've been doing that last 12 years. I was right. No one listened to me, and they called me stupid and an idiot. And I was right the whole time. Screw everyone. I'm listening to my own self. So that's where Bill's mindset was. As far as Javier had a different, but it's just, you don't know. Bill went with his instincts. In Bill's mind, the way he looked at it, he took his 2 and he took his other 2, and his 2 plus 2 equaled 4. And everyone's like, well, no, it didn't. But look how he saw it. Look how, from his point of view, he was correct. His instincts were great. There was a rat, but he the instinct was right, the impulse was wrong, or how you want to say it. And it's because he was loyal. So the idea is that it was always about siding with Dutch, and I think it's just they were both hurt by it. They wanted everyone. They wanted everyone to stay together and be a team, and all under Dutch. So you didn't have to pick sides. It's like, we don't get along all the time, but we're all here with Dutch. Why? It's that simple. Why are you making this difficult? What's wrong? Why are you doing this? Why are you making things difficult? I think that's how Javier and Bill saw it. Oh, I've never been to Australia. I would love to go to Australia. One of my dear friends, Ginger Pauly, went with her husband last month. When I was in Florida visiting my folks, she was we talked. She had just got back from Australia and had a wonderful time. I've never been. I want to go. There's a lot of places, obviously, I want to go. I was talking to Kay. I want to go to Liverpool. I want to go to Wales. I want to go all over the UK. I want to go to Scotland. I also want to go to New Zealand and Australia. So if one of those conventions in either of those places or regions wants to invite me, I'll go. Bill thinks Mike is just ungrateful, and yeah. Because I think Bill gets that sense that Mike is making fun of him, just trying to pin him. Bill tries to be, in his own way, Bill tries. Jack Marston's real father is John Marston because a real dad's the one who shows up. That's the only answer you need. Uh, everyone's talking about, hey, look what they're doing with Fallout in The Witcher, and they did this with Assassin's Creed with Fassbender. Last of Us. What would you think of a Red Dead movie? It's not up to me. I don't the decision. I know, I don't know if there's going to be a Red Dead Redemption 3 or a series or a movie. That's not for me to say. I have no idea. But I don't know if, I don't know if it's necessary. Let me ask you this. Would you rather, if you had to choose, would you rather put a Rockstar put all their effort into a Red Dead movie, a Red Dead series on either Netflix or HBO, or they take that effort and they put it all into a Red Dead 3? If you had to pick one of those, what would you rather have? That's the question. Hello from Iran. Hello, Mesbah. Someone said Red Dead 3. You know what? Me too. But again, the decision's not mine. I have no, as of right now, other than finishing my work in Red Dead 2 and then doing these conventions or signings that aren't part of Rockstar Games, I know as much as you fans. I'm as much as in the dark as you are. So I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. I love all my fans. I've got so many people from all over. If Red Dead 3 happened, I would want to see the Blackwater Massacre. I would too. I'm not going to lie. I'd, I think I'd say Red Dead 3 since it'd be iffy. Well, again, like I was saying, I don't have the control over that. Rockstar knows the true answer of all these things, but time and effort, a lot of money was spent on this game as a masterpiece. Well, thank you so much. I was a very, very, very small part in it, but I was honored of the part I played in both games. I took part in being part of two wonderful stories. And I said this yesterday, as far as being an actor, actors are storytellers, and the goal is to tell a story that resonates. And I did that, and it resonated with millions and millions of people. And because of it, I am honored to be part of it. What do you think of that? Well, I'll check. Let's see. Oh, I don't have any questions yet. See, that's such a debatable thing as far as when did Dutch's craziness start, and I don't know. That is a great question. I do. Um, I'm going to say that as far as things, I don't. I think it started as far as moments in the canon of the story that didn't happen. I'm wondering is that when Como Driscoll uh, I think it's when Como Driscoll killed his beloved Annabelle. I think that's maybe she was the tether keeping him sane. And when she was gone, it was like Katie barred the doors. This guy's nuts. He's just no turning back. I don't know. I leave it to Rockstar Games and their writing team to show us that. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I wonder if we'll ever see that. Who knows? Uh, yeah, Tartan says he was unraveling before Blackwater. Well, the death of Annabelle happened way before Blackwater, but I think I think it's just like this beautiful woven sweater and someone just grabbing a thread and just kind of uh I just gotta hold on. I just got an update message from Patty Murphy regarding our film. Let me check this. So hold on one second. I'm gonna check something. Okay. Alrighty. Hey. All right. I just refreshed. Okay, Erica just got another card. So let's go ahead and do this. Erica, there's so few left. Which one do you want? Which one do you want, Erica? Yes, I refreshed my page. I see it right here. We'll take care of you. These are what's left. Good morning, TT Isa. It is still morning. 90 diamonds. All right. Let's do it. All right. See. Do you want me to sign to Erica or your first and last name? What would you like, tortured comedian? You care? Thoughts? Just Erica. Okay. Here you go. Dealer's choice. I love liquor, but liquor don't love me. Tortured comedian, if you approve of this, I want you to send an emoji of an eggplant. That's right. If you approve of this, send me an emoji of an eggplant. Love it. Yes, but I want to see the eggplant. Can you find that emoji? Doesn't get used a lot during Christmas. There you go. Ah, I do these things to entertain myself. Did I screw up the order number? Oh, that's right. Okay. All right, that goes back to we are still waiting for Lucy and Harry. Lucy and Harry. Uh oh, I think the world of you, tortured comedian 324, Erica. Uh, hey, you maybe draw with the left hand. The least you could do is post a weird emoji of some weird vegetable. Is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? I think it's a vegetable. Or is it a gourd? No, it's not a gourd. They're tasty in Parmesan. Anyway, so Lucy and Harry. We've got, by the way, I've had these Western playing cards, and these brand I can't find anymore. There are only 3 left. They are only 15, and we put these in there just because, things get expensive at Christmas time, and this is a cool way to get an autograph, a little less money. So there are 3 cards left. There are 3 cards left, and you can order them now. I'm going to do a back crack. Oh, hear that? They're like, Steve, why does your back sound so good? It's like, well, that's just how it is sometimes. Well, that is the processing fee, because you see it's like, but they do add the processing fee. Like prints are, say, 37. Yeah, I gotta add that in because they do include the processing fee. But yes, as far as things that are low, that's what we got. Wait, everyone typed at once, so I lost a bunch of threads. What is the funniest way you've died in Red Dead 1 or 2? Oh, playing as John or Arthur. What did I do? I don't. I think I fell from a tall thing. I think it was Red Dead 2 cliff, and I landed, and it was that everything was dark, blood red and black, pulsating, where you're almost at no health. You're just almost dead, but you still. And he kind of got up, and he stopped go. And I was gonna go and go in my satchel and eat one of the like the cooked herb meats, so that the heart turns yellow, and then take not a potion, take the medicine, so that the outer ring is yellow, just and totally, like, max out instead. And before I could, like, there was a snake right there, and he bit me, and I died. So it's like, if survived this fall, and then if that snake hadn't been right there, I would have. That drove me nuts. So yeah, I think that was one way. What's the real way to Tahiti? You have to use your heart. Bill, I love making you angry in the game. You aren't the only one. That is a pastime for many of the hardcore fans. Let's piss off Bill. So, Jarthur Morgston isn't real, and he can't hurt us. Oh, until he is. Until he is. Uh, Red Dead 1 or 2, as far as honestly, I think as far as 100% play through, I'm going to safely say 10 times each. Bartez says, "Hey, are you going to be in Red Dead 3?" I don't know. I don't even know if there's going to be a Red Dead 3. I don't know. I have no idea. I'm not in contact with Rockstar. I haven't been since the Game Awards, or like maybe January of 2019. I don't, they once the Game Awards happened, and then I think after January of 2019, they went full-fledged into GTA 6, and that's where their focus went. And the thing is, they know where we are. They know how to find us. If we are to be blessed to be part of a Red Dead 3, and they want our characters back in it, they will contact us, and they'll let us know, and that'll be that. But I don't know. We will have to see. I think I played the first Mafia game, not two or three. I think I played the original Mafia, but I haven't played two or three. I know some of the actors in Mafia 2 and 3, but I've only played the first one, if that answers your question. Do I think RDR1 deserves a remaster remake? I don't know to remake it. To remaster it just because the coding was so different in 2010 than it was when Red Dead 2 came out in 2018. I think it would take it. Maybe there'll be a way to do it where they don't have to I don't think there's any point in remaking the game to start from scratch. That would cost so many resources, and I think that even though the graphics really still hold up, they look more stylized as far as thinking, oh, they look dated. I think they just look more antiquated and stylized than Red Dead 2, but it's a game that still holds up. But we captured lightning in a bottle. You don't need to remake it. I think you run into problems because if you feel like you've got to make if listen, look how GTA 6 looks in the trailer. I would almost think that if you had to remake it, where you'd have to bring Rob and I and Ben back and redo those scenes, I don't know. I just feel like I don't think a remake is necessary. If you're going to make a new game, just take those resources and make a Red Dead 3, because you're all in the comment section asking me for Red Dead 3. Wouldn't you rather have that? I just feel that maybe I think maybe with technology, I think you have to wait the technology to remaster what's already there in the original coding of Red Dead 1. The technology, it's not ready yet. But maybe in 5 years it will be. I mean, look at the Beatles with the song Now and Then that just came out last month. They gave us a brand new Beatles song that was started in the late 70s, started working on the mid 90s, but it wasn't right because of technology. Then they had to wait another 30 years when the surviving Beatles are in their 80s to do it. But they had the technology, and then you get a song that goes #1 in the UK charts and it's a US top 10 hit. So you wait for the technology, but it makes no sense to try to bring all those characters back and redo the game. To me, that's a waste of resources. If Rockstar is going to make a new game that says Red Dead on it, they're like, well, we already did Red Dead 1 and 2. Now you're getting a Red Dead 3. I think that's what you want. What weapon do I want most in real life? I want the broken pirate sword. But I want the other piece of it so I could go and get it fixed so I have an authentic pirate sword I can fight people with. There. That answers that question. Moving on. But someone's just going to. Let's see here. Well, no, wait, hold on. What did she send? You can send that circle, or can everyone see that? Or did you send me something that? Thank you, Tartan. Oh, hey, Joe Maynard, how you doing? Thank you. You're awesome. I'm glad you're here. Um, Tartan, I'm not going to disagree with you there. I don't want to start a fight. I don't want to start with a fight with anyone with Disney. Hello. I don't want to sling mud with Disney. But I see what you're saying. Which character in the Red Dead series did you think deserved more screen time? Oh God, I think everyone in Red Dead 2. I I I I would have liked to have that more stuff with Edgar Ross as Andrew Milton's sidekick, because he's the one that inherits it. Would have liked to see more a relationship there to explain why. Would you be involved in Red Dead 3 if it happens? I don't know. I don't know unless they do another prequel, but they go so far back in the time, like a very young Dutch, like years before he met Bill. I wouldn't be in it. I don't know. I will see. Oh yeah, I've taken part of other projects besides Red Dead 2. Look at my IMDb. I was executive producer on a film on an indie film we shot in Ireland 2 years ago, and last week it had its world premiere at the Los Angeles Punk Film Festival. We won Best International Film. So yeah, is there any news on Red Dead 3? No. Anything that you hear is all speculation. Anything that's genuine is when Rockstar announces it. When Rockstar makes the announcement, that's the official word. Who know? I have no idea what Red Dead 3 would be about if it happens. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, I think it's a combination. That's go to J4K3 official. I think Micah never would admit it. I think Micah was scared. I know that he was flipping out when he was in the Strawberry jail. Uh yeah, I think everyone's got a threshold of fear, even if they don't admit it. If you've got if you are trying to hang on to something so tight, you have a fear of something. Well, I think Red Dead 3, if I mean what it could be about. I mean this is just an idea. I've talked with other cast members about it. And I know nothing, so anything I say, I'm saying as a fellow gamer and a fan. I'm not saying this because I have no any inside news about Seinfeld. Please understand that when I say this. I think what might be an interesting story is uh, if it's another prequel and the Red Dead 3 would end and climax as far as the events of the Blackwater Massacre. Um, but I think it might be interesting if you could play as either, maybe like GTA 5, where you could play as three different protagonists and you could switch in between the three. I think it would be interesting to play as Mac and David Callender and Jenny Kirk, who we always hear about, but met untimely ends as Red Dead 2 begins. So it could be something like that. What if Red Dead 3 we can either play as either the Callender brothers or as Jenny Kirk? So you get the GTA 5 choice, but one can be one could be a woman. And at some point in the game, maybe at beginning first two chapters you could switch between three, but maybe by the second chapter it's like you have to lock into one, and once you lock it, you'll still interact with the other two, but once you lock into that one, then you have that experience, almost like a choose your own adventure book. Like you could play as Jenny, and you could play her good hat or bad hat and have experience, but then you could play as Mac or Davy. So it's like the options of how the game would be insane. I think that'd be amazing. But I don't know. I don't. It's not. Again, it's not up to me. Well, whatever they come up with could be. I'm sure. I'm sure if GTA 6 is as amazing a game as it looks, then by the time they get to Red Dead 3, they're just going to up the ante and probably give us choices that we couldn't even fathom. And our heads are going to pour out, our brains are going to pour out our ears, and it's going to be great. But I don't know. I can speculate as a fan. Other than that, I know nothing. I know as much as you guys out there. How did I get cast in Red Dead Redemption 1? I auditioned. I got a notice through my agent. It was the week before Christmas. It's almost been so. Was it so 15? the week before Christmas. So in the coming week, it'll mark the 15-year anniversary where I had my audition for Red Dead. The very first game. That'll be 15 years. It was the week before Christmas of 2008. I was doing a live performance gig, and out where the loading dock was, I was out there on a break, and my cell phone rings, and it's about an audition, and it's like when you're done over there, how quickly can you get to? It was like the 17th of December, 2008 or something like that. How quickly can you get to Santa Monica? It was night, and it was winter, so it's like dark early, and it's. I got out at like 4:30, and I had to be down there at 5:30, and with traffic during people still Christmas shopping, it took over an hour. It was pouring rain, and I jumped in my Honda and tried to drive down there, which is hard. And I'm like, "Are you kidding?" I was like, "Well, call him and tell him I'm coming from another gig, but I'll get there as soon as." He's like, "Just I'll tell him, but you just got to get down there as quick as you can." And I got down there pouring rain, and it was by the 3rd Street Promenade, Santa Monica. So you're almost down by the Ferris wheel, by the pier, and the beaches down there. And there's all these great shops, and the Nordstrom's by the mall there. And it was packed just because people were out there still Christmas shopping. So it's pouring rain. I parked my car, and it's down Kathy Knowles Casting. And there's a line out the door, people in ponchos, umbrellas, because it's pouring. And I'm like, oh, for the love of God. And all he told me, he did tell my agent, told me it was for a Western video game. So I got there, and I was like, all right. And once I got in, and you go upstairs, and it was just, rooms were packed, like they were packed with people, and it was overflowing, and they were like an hour and a half behind. So even though I was late, I was still early because they wouldn't get to me. It was just crazy. I can't remember how long I was there, but there was something going on where they had stacks of the script it's scenes that we auditioned with that were actually ended up in the game, which rarely happens. But this was early on. They didn't know what this was, and all I know it was like for a Western video game. It's all I knew. And they had all these scenes, and what do you audition? Well, here, read this, and then if you want, read this. They were just reading everybody. And they took her time with each person, and just what can you give us, and they had a fold out table with costume pieces, and like, put the holster on. I want to put this gun holster on with a prop gun, because we want to hear the sound of the leather, how you move in it. Take this chair and pretend it's a boulder. We want you to do this scene, but do it like you're shooting from this. We just want to see movement. We want to hear you. And I'm doing all this stuff, and it was just like, is like Western dress up. It was like being a kid. And it was one of the most fun auditions I had, because they wanted you to go, and you never audition with props. That is considered amateur. In this case, they wanted to see how you moved. And I hadn't auditioned with props since I was in high school. You usually don't do that in a professional level, but we were having so much fun. People are like, this is kind of like a high school audition, but I'm kind of digging it because I don't know what the hell's going on. And I had fun at the audition, and that counts in spades. If you can do an audition, you're just having the time of your life, the best will come out. And I had this audition, and I remember I was like, that took forever. It was pouring out, but man, that was fun. And then heard nothing. And then Christmas happened, and then New Year's happened, and it was like a week after New Year's, and I just moved on and just whatever. And then I was on that same loading dock a week after New Year's. And then my phone calls, and it's my agent again. He's like, remember that thing, and you went out Santa Monica when it was raining? It was for that Western thing. Yeah. Well, we heard back from him. You did? Is it a callback? Because there's no callback. I usually think you get a callback or something. Am I being pinned for something? No, it's not callback. You're not being pinned. You booked it. I said, I booked it. What do you mean I booked it? He goes, you booked the bad guy. I go, what do you mean? He says, you booked the bad guy in the game. You booked it. Ended up being one of the antagonists, as far as, like, because as far as who the bad guy of Red Dead is, it's debatable. But that's how I got Bill. it was great. And then we did a reading, and I met Rob. And I never had any scene. I didn't meet Ben until working on Red Dead 2, even though Ben was in it. But I met Anthony DeLongis, or DeLongis. I think I'm saying his name wrong. It's been so long since I've seen him. DeLongis. Anthony DeLongis. I'm having brain farts today. Anthony's great. Anthony played Marshall Lee Johnson. He was there. I met Frank Noon and Brad Carter, who played his deputies, Eli and Jonah. I met I met a few other people, but those four, most of my work, what I did is working with I remember meeting those four cool cats, and that's where I met Rob, and it was really, really cool. And Rob and I had fun in those early days. And of course, you add another game, and you kind of add more people, and it was great. It was really cool. But that's how I got the job, and I've been blessed ever since. Hey there, Random Wendy, how you doing? Welcome. It is a good story because it had a very happy ending. What do I think about Bell? Are we talking about Micah Bell? He's a rat. The character, is that what you mean? Or what do I think about bells in general? Or the phone company Bell? Because I could go off in a diatribe about that. What do you mean? I have an Xbox One X and I have a Switch. I don't have a PlayStation. If you have okay, listen, wait a minute. Hold on. Let's go back to that question. This is Joe Maynard. Okay, Joe, here's the thing. Not sure what console you play, but any game recommendations for PS4, PS5? Yeah, I do. And if you haven't played it, let me know. It's because it's PS5 and PC exclusive. Roger Clark had a new game that came out earlier this year with Troy Baker called Fort Solace. Have you played Fort Solace? If not, may Fort Solace be your next game. There you go. There you go, Joe. I hope that works out. Look up, go play Fort Solace. It's not a long game. You could play it in 1 or 2 nights. It's more straightforward, but it's kind of great, a great sci-fi mystery. I think get a kick out of it. I recommend Fort Solace. There you go. Let that be your next game on PlayStation, and then let Roger know. He'd be tickled pink. My experience with performance capture. I've had great experiences with performance capture. It is it's key to entertainment these days. I'm honored that I get that experience. Well, if you're asking what I think about GTA 6 as a trailer, the trailer looks remarkable. I love it. It looks fantastic. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But I mean, it's like so far so good. Jesus, I'm impressed. I'm sold. I'll be playing it. Yeah, we've got and the new Spider-Man 2 game. We've got 2 Red Dead alumni in that game. We have Noshir Dalal, that's Charles Smith, and Jim Peary, who plays Angelo Bronte. You know Noshir and Jim, Charles Smith and Angelo Bronte. They play Mysterio and Craven the Hunter in the game, respectively. So, 2 Red Dead alumni, part of the Sinister Six in the new Spider-Man 2 game. So yes, play it. We've been cheering their praises for the last few months with that. It's awesome. Yep. Now you know. Now go get the game and play. Fort Solace, your playable character is Roger Clark. So two PlayStation recommendations: Fort Solace and Spider-Man 2, and you get 3 Red Dead alumni. Yeah, get them both. Joe, get both Spider-Man 2 and Fort Solace. Do Fort Solace first. You can finish it in a couple nights, and then you deep dive into Spider-Man 2. That's what I recommend you do. What else? What else can I help you with? Uh no, it's Solace, Solis, but I think it's a wordplay on the word solace, Lice. You'll get it. No, but you'll get it. Yeah. What else here? These are good questions. Hey there, Kane. Kane Hellurate. What else we got? Let me refresh. Oh, I got locked out again. Hold on a second. Let me refresh this. My back is kind of bugging me. I think I cracked my back. Let me refresh orders and see where we are. I still got some VIPs here. Lucy, Harry, where are you? I'm trying to not exclude you, but you guys, man. How's everyone doing? Is everyone enjoying the live stream? Is everyone satisfied with the selection? Here's a question, if not for future. What are you thinking about my selection this time around for stuff in my online store? Do the print variations, are you satisfied with them? Are there things else you'd like to see? Let me know in the comment section. Yes, Jizumi, that's my favorite scene of Red Dead 2. Is that scene we did in 2 takes. It's in chapter 2 when Sean comes back. It's the Sean McGuire celebration party, and that shows Bill and John getting along before the dark times. Yeah, but that's one of my favorite scenes. And I would say it is my favorite scene. There's one of my campfire monologues that has that emotionally resonates more. But as far as just the scene, as far as like foreshadowing and stuff, that scene is it's just Rob and I are have great chemistry in it. So I really liked it. Thank you, Kaz. Yeah, Kaz got one yesterday. But yeah, I just check. It's like I try to vary things up and give different selections and stuff. I just want to make sure everyone likes what they are seeing. Oh, the gelding tongue scene. Yeah. Do you know that here's Tartan? Here's an interesting thing. Do you know that that scene originally it wasn't supposed to be Bill with the gelding tongs? It was supposed to be Charles. But they felt like they wanted to give something fun for Charles, but they're like, this doesn't match his character. And then they gave it to Bill, and it was like, this is perfect for Bill. I think they wanted to show the cutthroat savagery that Charles could do, but I think it came up comedic, and they're like, this doesn't fit Charles. Like, this would be hysterical for Bill. So then I did it, and then it became what it was. More meat for the pot. Yep. Oh, the Braithwaites were worse than the Grays. Yeah, yeah. The Braithwaites to me were worse. They both caused problems, but the Braithwaites were worse. I don't know. Yeah, that was a great scene, and that was a great scene with Lenny and Sean talking with Bill about forming his own gang. Yeah, that was foreshadowing. He's like, try to warn you, it'll be no laughing matter. He wasn't shitting, but kept cracking wise, and it's like, sure, Bill, and he's like, yep, I can hear your sarcasm. You keep that up, and then we saw it happen. So sometimes people just need to shut the fuck up. That was a fun scene. That was fun. That guy was like, "Oh, I know the foreshadowing in this. Choose some scenery there." That was fun. But it's 12:13. I think if anyone's got any other questions or anything or orders, store's still open. What I'm going to do, I gotta crack my back, but I think it's time. I'm going to get a cup of coffee. How about we do this? I'm going to take about a 15 or so minute break. This will be video one, and we're going to, all right, I'll read what Tiny Joseph posted, and let's see. There's a theory, Phil, that he's implied to be gay. Someone's disagreeing or not, but I'm curious about your thoughts because there's just a lot of proof. Said, well, this is a question I get all the time, Tiny Joseph. So I'm going to I'm gonna answer your question the best way I can, and then we're gonna call this video one, and I'll be back in like 15 or so minutes. Generally asking everyone, so what do you think about Bill's preference? And I will repeat this again. This is always a question. I think it's best left ambiguous because the fan base of Red Dead has grown so large is that there are certain people of the LGBTQ plus community that might find something different in Bill that they can relate to, whether if they're just queer or they're bisexual or they're pansexual or there's something that they can relate. And if someone doesn't have to be of that community, they could be heterosexual, but they could have served in the military because there's also, I think Bill suffers from PTSD, and people that can resonate with that and understand his struggles. There's something with that, and I think what you do is a character is portrayed, it's put out, and people will watch a character or play as a character, whether TV or a video game, and that character will either resonate with a group of people or it won't. And when it does resonate, it could resonate for a myriad of different reasons. And if that happens, it can be a blessing because someone can take away something in a creative sense or an emotional sense. And who am I to dictate? I think the smart answer with that is like, well, is Bill this or is Bill that? Only the writing team at Rockstar Games knows the true answer to that. If there's another prequel, if they did a Red Dead 3, could they delve into that, be more specific? Oh, sure, if they choose to. And if I am privileged to come back and portray Bill, I would love to dive into any of that. I think that's great as an actor to dive into a character. But as far as what I know is canon or my thoughts, I don't think my thoughts about it are important. I think if anything, it's up to the viewer or the player to interpret that, because from that they'll take out what they want. So I just think it's better left ambiguous. It really does, because I think that it can resonate with more people when it's left alone like that. That's my answer with that. I will defend that answer. I will repeat that answer because I think that's the best answer. So anyway, here's what we do. Store's still open. If you guys want to get stuff, go to the store, click on it, and you just go to my link tree, and it's the second button. It's a really big button, says Streamily. Click on it. Store's open all through the day into tonight. As long as I'm doing this, we'll get stuff signed. We're still looking for some VIPs that need to be taken care of. Lucy, Harry, where are you? We're all staying up so we can honor your VIP orders. So I'd be ironic when I sign off if that's when they sign on. And if that's what happens, I want you to people say, stay, don't go anywhere. He's going to be right back. Bill is Bill. Nothing changes that. That's also a great answer. I'm going to take a quick break. We'll go ahead. We'll post this as video one. It's 12:18. Give me like 12:35, 12:40. We'll back think of other questions. And I don't know, maybe we'll see if we can get some special guests today. Nothing's promised. I know it's because it's during the holidays and trying to wrangle people. We did get Roger yesterday as a surprise, so we'll see. We'll see what happens. Until then, we'll take 20 and then we'll reconvene. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with these commercial breaks. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here.